historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on this schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Jackson on first down. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one, and another first down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Play action. It's Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 12 more yards there and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 41 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the Cowboys' 7-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. It's Dobbins on the out route, bringing it in. Touchdown! J.K. Dobbins with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. other teams I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
Go, get out there, get out there.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back to back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing. Prescott. They'll find Tanner. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. Only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Cowboys respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. That's complete, left side to Bateman. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And avoids the contact by sliding. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play. Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, Jackson. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. They'll come out in the pistol. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Dobbins hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your
anyone. It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll take over after that pretty clutch forced fumble as they begin inside their own 5-yard line. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Taylor. Now 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Play action now. Prescott. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Prescott to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Taken at about the 36. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Prescott on 1st down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Prescott. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 18. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match. And maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot!
On third down, here's Dobbins. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. We welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ricard going to get it on the option. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They work now on 2nd and 9. Pollard will take it up the gut. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Throwing over, and it's Taylor on the out route that completes it. And how about this one now? In their own territory, gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run forward with Pollard. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Partner, do we have a medic here? Can I get a cold compress from my head right now? Watching these play calls, I know that they're in the red zone, but he's in his own red zone, not the opposite red zone to decide to go for it. How did this happen?
Hey, risky, but it paid off. I agree. You keep calling plays like that, you're going to need a lot of antacids on the sideline. A first down throw for Prescott. And this one too low. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. It's caught left side by Cooks. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw is Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. Prescott from the gun. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Kevontae Turpin, 52 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Yeah.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone.
Kevontae Turpin on the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression?
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott now. That is caught by Lamb. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
Here we go. Here we go, going to 53.
That's caught out wide by Cooks.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
This 2nd and 4.
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, going to 54. Wide in. 26.
Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 10-yard line.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Hey, middle.
Here's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Dobbins once more. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal?
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Second and 10. He gets it to Cooks. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. That is caught, and he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They'll run left with Pollard. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Here's Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down in position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Jackson. Dobbins with it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
Hey, report. Report.
Throwing, Jackson. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
And now look at him go. Shoves him aside. And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. So that effort there gets him into field goal range, but a field goal does them no good here. They need a touchdown to win this ball game.
And that's exactly what the defensive coordinator is thinking right now. Yes, they gave up the big run. Now there's hope for the offense, but they still have to score a touchdown to beat them. He's going to dial up something right now to protect his goal line.
Well, a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Jackson to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
This is 3rd and goal. Jackson. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. Do you see some fans are holding up 2 fingers? Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. This is 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Here's first down.
Hey, kill. 47.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Prescott. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Ravens who won the toss. They'll get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. Fair catch called for and taken, so the ball brought up to the 25 to begin this overtime session. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime, they've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 75 yards receiving for him now. And it's a first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 145 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Jackson. It's Dobbins on the out route, bringing it in. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all. And then to get there and finish it what I would call an old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great, great game that we bore witness to. So for the Ravens, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.